Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's February 4th and it's time to do another propagation update, and this time we're going to try to do it on time. We're out here in the shop, got the doors up, it's warm enough, and we're slowly winding down. I say winding down, we've still got, I don't know, 150 or so uh, plants that we're hoping to get a few of them out of here. We've got those three right there and these four right here. That's all our fig trees. Let's go look at the other ones. Inside here, there's our figs that we had taken out in the last video, and this is my fig hospital, as I might call it. There's no sign of any roots on these, but what I had done to see if I couldn't help these out, because some of them were looking pretty rough, I took them out of the cups. I kind of took the dirt off. Now, all these were, well, I say the majority were trying to root. I think about three of them had a fungal problem on the bottom. I took off part of the cutting because I figured what was happening was they were busy trying to fight that infection from that fungus, and it kind of stunted them. But anyway, they should be doing good. They have fresh mix there that they're potted in, and the disease is off them. So we'll see how these come and see how many of them we can have survive. There was one, I think, that I ended up throwing out of that bunch that was just the bark was coming off it all the way up. So it was too far gone. Now, down here, we have our elderberries. Now, and we have Gigi. She's going to watch things for us here. But we had quite a few more elderberries, and they had just sat here. Now, these were all planted back in November, just about the middle of November. I think the 11th on some, 15th on the others. And these are all that's left. And the reason is because this week we have 42 to pot up. Now, this is, if you remember, those that's been following along close, I was going to take these out about a month or so. I didn't see any signs at all. And the reason why I thought about that was because elderberries usually they start leafing and rooting real quick. But when I took these cuttings in the fall, they still had leaves, but the leaves were starting to yellow some, so they were preparing themselves for winter. And so these cuttings, even though they had leaves on a lot of them, they were dormant cuttings, and it took them a while to wake up. And when they woke up, you can see this week we have a bunch. Now, some of them just barely got any green, but you can see the roots coming down in there. And a lot of these, this just barely has any green on it, but the roots are all coming out the bottom. So these are all going to get potted up. And as we followed along with this, remember I told you I was going to get rid of them. Then I said, well, I would. The next video I said I'd inspect them, because when I got ready to get rid of them, I pulled one out of the cup to see if it had any roots at all. And these little bumps that are on the side of these elderberries, they'll put out roots at those little bumps. And I noticed that they were swelling. They weren't white, but they were swelling. And so I give them a couple more weeks and pulled the same one out, and they were actually starting to pop little short white bumps on them. So here's what happened. And a lot of times, it's as far as your cuttings and the way they root, it's when you take them. Now, ideally, if you want them to grow fast, you'll take them in the spring when you've got a lot of new growth. They're active, they're ready to grow. When I pot them up, and in a week or 2 weeks, I've got good leaf growth on them, and not long I have roots. But anyway, that's where we're sitting. I'm going to have to pot all these up. I'm not going to go through that potting up here. I've also got some peppers I'll have to do, but that's not propagation. Now on the figs, I have 3 figs this week. Now you can see this one here because that plastic was on here. It's got roots all up top, and that's where it decided to come out. And it's doing good. This one just barely has, and let's see what this was. I think this was one that I was wanting. Yes, another yellow long neck, and it's been quite a while as far as I don't, little over a month and a half. This one here with its just a little coming out, but you can see its roots coming around the bottom. In fact, this one is actually out of the container, and see what this one was. This is a black mission, and this was back from October, so it's been a while getting going. And then we have one more. This is a Texas Everberry, and it's putting its roots out good, and it's greening up. So I'll get these added to my others. I think we were 161 total that we have out there now, and so this will give us 164. And for those of you that were wanting to see elderberries propagate and start going, well, here they are. They're ready to go. Once they get like this and they start rooting, elderberry grows like a weed. So we'll get these potted up, and you can see the progress at next week's update. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update. And of course, if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe, hit the bell, select all, give her a big thumbs up, and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.